Woman rescues a kitty with a rare condition that has people in awe.
Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click that like button to help spread the word about watchJojo, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos.
We often choose which animals to adopt based on their appearances. A lonely cat's cute little nose becomes the object of our affections, and a splotchy pattern of fur stretching along her back might scream Instagram-worthy. When Nicole found two kittens in the unlikeliest place, she couldn't help but notice their gorgeous coats of fur. Soon, however, Nicole noticed a startling change taking over the kitty, and she had no idea what to make of it. In 2016, Nicole and a few friends were exploring a barn in their native Germany. They didn't come across anything remarkable, just scattered hay and a sour farmyard odor. Then Nicole heard a faint crying coming from the corner. She crept over to investigate and found two kittens nestled against the wall. Their mother was nowhere to be seen, and both looked like they were in a sorry state. Nicole felt she couldn't leave them, so she scooped up both cats in her arms. Nicole got the kittens straight over to a veterinarian, who said she hadn't come a moment too soon. Both felines were dealing with mites, ear infections, and malnourishment, but the vet promised to get them back to full health. After their recovery, Nicole happily brought them home for the first time. Now named Eli and Rosie, they settled right in. They all lived happily together for 9 months, until something strange started happening with Eli. The whole mystery began when Nicole spotted a strange white spot on Eli's side. Maybe she'd gotten into something outside that stuck in her fur. It just didn't seem to belong there. Nicole figured the white spot would be removable. Brandishing the cat brush, she pulled it across Eli's side until she could no longer feel her hand. The white patch didn't fade one bit. However, it changed a couple weeks later. By that time, white streaks and specks formed all along Eli's face. The cat hadn't even turned a year old yet, so Nicole didn't think she was simply going gray. She tried not to panic. Any hopes that the unusual patterns would go away soon vanished. The white spots blended together until large parts of Eli's coat totally changed color. At the same time, the kitty otherwise seemed like her happy, playful self. On one level, Nicole felt put off by the whole situation. Though she watched the change gradually unfold before her eyes, it was like a completely different cat wandered into her home. Nicole decided to consult her vet. Finally, Nicole managed to get some answers. The vet informed her that Eli had a very rare condition called vitiligo. For the most part, vitiligo manifests itself in younger humans, but a smattering of animals get vitiligo too. It causes blotches of skin to lose their pigment, creating vivid color patterns all over their body. Nicole nervously asked if her cat was in any danger. Fortunately, the vet assured Nicole that vitiligo is completely harmless. There's a good chance Eli wasn't even aware it was happening. She'd just go about her normal cat business, eating, sleeping a ton, and jumping everywhere she wasn't supposed to. When Nicole compares current pictures of Eli to old snapshots, her kitty's almost unrecognizable. She's gone from a tuxedo pattern to a snow leopard. And as Nicole learned from Instagram, people love her unique look. Nicole regularly shares updates on Eli, whose fur keeps changing all the time. It's particularly striking to see her next to her sister Rosie, who's completely untouched by vitiligo. But Eli hasn't let the newfound fame go to her head. She's perfectly content living with Nicole, and it's a real miracle that they happened to meet in that barn. Of course, she's not the only feline whose owners turned her into an online celebrity. Magoo, Naru, and Nia tried not to panic as they watched their owner. The three Scottish folds had seen him do plenty of strange things before, but this was different. For one thing, his antics would make them all famous. See, their owner, Ryu Yamazaka, always had a flair for the creative, but he couldn't have expected his talents to put him on a magazine cover. Of course, the designer had one of his models pose alongside him. While there are plenty of other pet clothing stylists out there, Ryo is one of a kind. You see, he specializes in hats. Cat hats. But what's his process like? Let's chat. A few years back, Ryo noticed his cat shed quite a bit. Though that was nothing new, an unorthodox idea crossed his mind. Rather than toss all that fur into the trash, would it be possible to make something out of it? With the help of family and friends, Ryo cleaned the fur clumps and organized them by color. Then, with a spark of creativity and painstaking attention to detail, he molded the shed hair into something magical. Like this devilishly dapper top hat, complete with a white band. Even if you're grossed out by the concept of collecting hair, you have to admit this accessory is fit for the finest black tie occasions. With all the work he puts in, Ryo naturally wants to share his creations. That's why he posts all his creations on social media, spearheaded by his Instagram account, Rojiman. He describes himself as a fallen fur hat designer, and boy, does he deliver. As you might know from experience, most cats don't take too kindly to wearing any kind of garment, let alone something on their heads. Fortunately, Ryo's found himself 3 feline models willing to put up with his handsome headgear. For example, his Scottish fold cats don't even mind taking on the appearance of a different animal, even a dog. Then again, it never hurts to have a disguise, especially if Moogie wants to spy on the canine ranks. Using his expert felting skills, Ryo crafted a fully 3-dimensional duck hat. And if you look closely, you'll notice he used fur from Nia, Maru, and Moogie. Everyone's a team player, whether they realize it or not. Naya often rocks a highly detailed warthog look, perhaps as a nod to Pumbaa from The Lion King. Speaking of Disney movies, Ryo also enjoys paying tribute to his favorite cartoon characters. Any anime buffs out there will appreciate Maru's Gundam helmet. However, we bet this cat won't be fighting any other giant robots, unless they try to scratch his belly. Then they'll get the claws. In addition, Ryo's dropped some Pokemon references in his work. Rather than going with a fan favorite like Pikachu though, Ryo likes the deep cuts. Here he's transformed Maru into an ultra-intelligent Slowking.